Hey guys, so welcome to week 2 for the barbell camp. So what are we going to go over? Well, we're going to go over the high hang position. So Wednesday we're going to do the clean, and then Saturday is going to be focused on the snatch, both in the high hang. So the high hang is going to be with the bar. It's going to be towards the end, or my last little extension, or my last little, I should say, pull before I start to drop underneath the bar. So the high hang, bar's up here. So we've gone over this position. Now it's time to go in a little bit more depth. So high hang position, guys. All right. So as the bra comes up and I'm pulling, this is where I end in my high hang position. As you see, my chest is big, my knees are out. I'm kind of almost in an upright position. My shoulders are behind the bar. I have a slight bend in my knees, so a slight bend in my knees, and the bar is right at the hip crease. So I'm in a great position to pop and pull that weight. It's my last pull before I drop underneath the bar. So this is actually one of the most important pulls because we've worked very hard to bring the bar from the ground above her knees, into her thighs, eventually into that hip pocket. Let's not screw it up there, right? So one of the biggest things I see is, number one, people do not get the bar all the way to the hips. So here, they try to cheat here. So as you can see a lot of people when they clean, they hit off here. They don't pull here. How can I fix that? So as we look, a lot of people try to hit the bar here instead of bringing up, finishing the pull, bringing the bar up to the hips. Why is that? For one thing, some people, as the weight gets heavy, we think we can cheat the weight, and we can try to get under. We can try to, if we start, jumping underneath the bar or pulling underneath the bar sooner, I'm going to get the bar. Well, I'm going to get underneath the bar quicker. That is not true. Even though you may be dropping, we got to remember the second we stop pulling is the second the bar stops going up. It stops and it starts going down. So we're actually cheating ourselves and putting ourselves in a losing position when we don't finish that pull. So first common mistake there. So next mistake I see, before we go to the next mistake, how can I fix that? Be more patient. Be patient. Get that bar into that hip crease, all right? Again, I'm standing here, chest upright, slight bend in the hips, slight bend in the knees are out. This allows me to jump. Get that bar up there. If I'm having problems bringing the bar here, think about activating my back. If I have a loose back and I'm not really paying attention to my upper back, I have maybe my shoulders are kind of coming forward, look where the bar goes when I activate my back. So if I'm relaxed and I'm not really, I still have an okay posture, but my back's not activated. If I squeeze my back, and I kind of shove the bar here, kind of doing think of like a lap, or like lat pulls, working on my lats. Activating these big old muscles to pull the bar back into my hip crease. That's another way we can fix it. So 2 things to keep in mind. Be patient with the pull, finish your pull, and activate that back. Keep that back nice and tight, and even pull the bar, kind of lat pull here, the bar back into my hips. Easy corrections. Next part. Where should my weight be? A big common mistake I see is people are either sitting too far back or we're too forward on our toes. So again, if we do a straight line as the bar's coming up from my starting position to the hang, you can see the bar moves back a little bit. That's okay and that's good. We want that. We want the straight line, but in that kind of going into that final high hang position, the bar comes back. But that's okay because eventually that bar is going to come back a little bit and go in a nice straight line, come back to that nice straight line where my hips are. What we don't want is the bar to go forward, okay? Always better back than forward, as I always say. Do we want to go all the way back? No. But with that pull, there is a slight change in the bar path where it comes back. But that's okay, because even though maybe it starts here and I end here, I'm pulling and it will end up where it started again because of my hip position, my leg, if that bar doesn't move forward. So the biggest thing I see when people are getting here is because the weight's getting heavy, I need to go here to get underneath the weight. Don't do this. Now all my weight is shifting on my toes, which is not what I want. I want my weight here, my foot here. Again, one more time. Kind of the side of my foot, mid of my foot. That's where I want my weight to be. Middle of the foot out towards the outside of my foot. Middle outside. It shouldn't be too much on my toes. It shouldn't be on my toes at all, actually. And it shouldn't be all the way back on my heels. I should be weight distributed middle of my foot towards the outside. That's a good position here. If I shift, here what it looks like if I shift too far back, I just fall back. And we don't want that, right? Here's where it shifts too much on my toes. And you see a lot of this. I see a lot of this because weight gets heavy. We can't pull, people don't want to pull the bar back, so we try to cheat by getting underneath the bar like this way. Don't do that because all the weight's now on my toes and it's going through that quad. Injuries, we don't want to hurt our quads either, guys, all right? So that's just some of the basic stuff going over, or what we will be going over this week. So high hang position. So the high hang position, some things to keep in mind as we go into Wednesday, guys. Number one, it's the last pull. Okay, the last pull. So that's when we can generate the most energy, or whatever energy we have generated, to get that to the next level, to get that bar a little bit higher. That last pull is going to do that. So I want to keep in mind, I want to keep my hips bent and my knees bent. That's going to be the power that I have, or I have stored, ready to throw that bar up in the air, okay, straight up in the air. I don't want my bar coming forward or backwards, all right, guys? In that high hang position, the bar will shift, that straight line will shift a little bit back, but that's okay. The thing we don't want is that bar to go forward, okay? So use your lats and that upper back to kind of lat pull that bar in that hip pocket, all right? We don't want to be hitting the mid thigh. We want to be hitting the hip crease. My positioning on the bar, or the position I should be, where should my weight be distributed? Well, it's on my feet, all right? My foot, not just my foot, I'm sorry. Shouldn't be on the toes, should not be on the heels. Weight should be distributed in the middle of my foot towards the outside of my feet, all right? So middle, outside of my foot, that's where my weight should be distributed in that high hang position. My weight should not be behind me or on my toes, all right? So other than that, I think that is kind of the basics, the introduction to the high hang position. Of course, we want to remember our shrug and our high pull. And, hey there. So hi, everyone. Hey! These guys support me. Anyways, guys, that's it. Any questions, concerns, let me or Jacob know. And we'll see you Wednesday. Pew pew!